Hello and welcome back to Talking Wolves. It's finished Crystal Palace 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. A defeat on the road for Wolves, a frustrating defeat at that. Dave isn't on the match review tonight. Dave's actually gone to the game because he's not a plastic like me, and isn't able to do the review because apparently he can't get out and the coach isn't there. So hopefully Dave gets back. By the time he uploads this, he should be fine. But Wolves made some changes going into this game. We had Jose Sarr in goal. Hugo Bueno came in at left back for his first Premier League start. Max Kilman and Collins came in after suspension. Nelson Semedo, Mateus Nunes, Boubacar Traore, Ruben Neves, Podence, Adama and Costa. And I thought Wolves started the game okay. There seems to be a bit more zip about the game. And I think that was coming from the midfield three. It wasn't set positions like we've seen for most of the season, and I think that's mostly to do with Moutinho's mobility. But with Traore and Nunes, there was a bit more give and a bit more dynamism, and I felt like they coped well with Palace's team. Palace's team are not only very good footballers, but they're excellent athletes, and they're so strong and powerful. And having that presence of Traore in there really did help. But it was Wolves who got off the mark first, and it was an unbelievable cross from Hugo Bueno. And I thought Bueno was man of the match for Wolves tonight. I thought he was excellent, coped well with the threat of Palace coming forward. But even himself going forward, he's offered more of an outlet than most of our fullbacks have in a couple of seasons. Now he's still young and he's going to have inconsistencies in his game, but we've seen in the under-23s what he can do. But he didn't shy away from anything, making his Premier League debut, starting his Premier League debut, and he just didn't shy away. Even in coming forward, he could have easily just come inside and laid it off, but he wanted to bomb forward, and that's exactly what he did. Nice bit of play from Adama and Neves, who pinged the ball out to Bueno. And he's put this unbelievable ball in it. And if you put balls into the box like that, you get people attacking them. Law of averages suggests you're going to score goals, and it's exactly what we did. And I thought Adama played well tonight. He got his goal, and it looked like that goal gave him some confidence. And you're thinking, you're going in at half time. Palace have had chances as well. Wolves have had chances. It's a fairly even game. I think Palace edged it a little bit more. But we went in at half time. And you know that, and we all know this, that Palace aren't going to come out and give you the same as what they did in the first half. Vieira's going to give them a rollick, and he's going to get them fired up. And you would say just sit in for 5 or 10, weather the storm, and we'll go again. But it's pretty much straight off kick. I think it's 47th minute that Eze scores, and Semedo, who was excellent in the first half, gets caught underneath the cross. And that just sums up his second half performance. He was defensively really poor. Offensively okay, but Eze heads into the net. And to concede that close to kick off, you can see Wolves' edge drops when he gave Palace a lift. And to be honest, from there on in, it only really looked like Palace were going to win that game. The second goal, I'm not too sure who's at fault. I think it's a catalogue of errors, really. I've seen people online blaming Kilman for stepping out onto Zaha or Semedo. I'm not quite sure, but what I will say is it's too easy. He shouldn't be conceding goals like that. It's the Zaha, which is a great player. Tonight he looked like he was playing against toddlers, just laying balls off, just spinning in like. It was tough to watch at times because it just too easy. Look, they're a big strong side, but it was frustrating. So Zaha scored in the 70th, and Wolves had a bit of a late flurry, but it was all much of a muchness really. The thing that killed it for Wolves was the substitutions made by Steve Davis. Now I'm not sure whether these substitutions are fitness related. And that's the only explanation I could give for him being let off the hook for it. Look, he's not the Wolves manager. We know that, and Wolves do need to find a manager this week for me, because that Leicester game on Sunday is absolutely massive. But to bring Nunes and Traore off, well, both Traores, so I thought Nunes was having an okay game. Traore in the midfield was busy, put himself about, which is exactly what you need to do against Palace. And you brought him off for Hodge and Guedes and Moutinho. and we completely lost it, and we just got the run around after that. And it's so frustrating because I don't think we'd have gone on and won the game, but I think that we could have held out for a draw, which I would have taken, because Palace is a real tough place to go to, and the form that we're in, a point at Palace is excellent. And it just completely killed the game. Matinho running in treacle, love the bloke, but he's been miles off it all season. But yeah, for me, that's what killed it, and it's so frustrating, especially in going 1-0 up. But once Palace get back in the game, it was only going to be one-way traffic. I thought the performance was better than Forest on Saturday. I know we won that game, and I said we papered over the cracks, but we showed a bit more attacking intent tonight. We could show we can have a bit more build up and some intricate passes. But we just seem scared to shoot. I think the Costa chance sums that up in the first half. He's through on goal. He's trying to take it onto his left foot. He's only been at the club three weeks. He already doesn't want to shoot. But that game on Sunday now for me is huge. Leicester are a bit of a false position, low on confidence. We've got to win. It's a must win now, because I'm starting to get a little bit worried. But hopefully we can get a manager in. I don't think Steve Davis is the answer. I think if it had won tonight, maybe there's a case up until the World Cup. But we really do need to get that manager in. But guys, let us know in your thoughts description down below what you thought of that. We'll move on to Leicester on Sunday, where Dave will be doing the preview. But if you've enjoyed the video, hit like. If you're new here, subscribe. And until next time, take care. And all those travelling back today, look after yourselves.